Chris is making a new phone holder for our tripod, and we're traveling in our SUV camper through Lillooet, Hache Provincial Park, and Williams Lake on our road trip to northern BC.
Emily and I use a phone holder on a tripod to film most of our videos, and unfortunately we only had one between the two of us, so the day before we left on our trip, I decided that I was going to try and make one myself out of spare parts I could find around the workshop. I took a close look at our existing phone holder, which uses a screw mechanism to clamp down on the phone, and decided I could emulate it. Eventually things break or wear out, but before throwing them out, I take apart everything and keep every part that might be useful. I literally have no idea where these came from, but this screw bolt combo and extra nut are exactly what I need. Now I just needed to find a 1/4-20 set screw for mounting the phone holder onto a tripod. Then I remembered I have this old digital camera that died in the humidity of Costa Rica many years ago, and that I couldn't get repaired. I took it apart and removed the set screw. I grabbed some scrap wood and short screws, and then some glue and epoxy round out everything else I need. I cut the wood up and then drilled a hole to run the bolt through. Then I glued and screwed it together and sanded things down to make them smooth before staining. I drilled a hole in the bottom and used epoxy to glue in the 1/4-20 set screw. Once that hardened, I cleaned everything up and stained it. Finally, I took an old credit card that sticks to the back of a phone case and cut out self-adhesive strips to add a nice grippy touch to the top and bottom. And that's it. Now we each have our own phone holders that we can use when we're filming our videos. Which brings us back to our road trip.
This morning we're heading to the Lillooet Community Center where we can hopefully connect to the Wi-Fi so I can take a meeting, and then I'm hoping to work out and use the shower. Here we are at the community center, and it's a beautiful spot for a run. And the community center's Wi-Fi seems pretty good too. The only thing is that the electrical outlets in the community center have all been turned off. I guess due to COVID-19 they've shut them all off because they don't want people charging their devices and congregating in the hallways, which is kind of unfortunate for us, but that's the way it is, and everything else is going really well. Now let's get back on the road.
This area isn't like what I expected at all. I was expecting mountains around us and one-lane road, or well, 2-lane roads.
Tonight we're staying on Hache Provincial Park. The lake is beautiful, but there are way too many mosquitoes. And when we open the car door, so many more come in. We're trying to sleep, but there are so many mosquitoes in the car. I killed one, and it must have already bitten us because it left a big blood stain on the ceiling of the car. We didn't get much sleep last night because of the bugs, but we're on our way to Williams Lake. We've had a great day in Williams Lake. We started off by going to the library and using the Wi-Fi. Then we hit the local pub called Oliver's, which was quite fantastic. We had a delicious meal there. And now we're getting ready to spend the night here in the visitors parking lot. It's totally free, and from what we can tell, also completely allowed. The rain is continuing outside, but we are all tucked into our bed in our micro camper and ready to get a good night's sleep in our visitor center parking lot. And that's our phone holder DIY project and our life on the road so far. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more unconventional travel adventures and DIY projects.